We're going to depart our normal truck driving for just this video and say a few words about Charlie Kirk. So, if you wanted the equivalent of Charlie Kirk, you would think if I'm an owner operator running an old cat motor, Charlie Kirk would be the guy that could in-frame your cat and give you a good price on it. The guy that would know where to buy a set of tires that are going to last you and work out real well for half of what anybody else would. That's the equivalent. Now, just an overall good guy. He started young. He done the same thing. He built a kind of a little empire. And I'll tell you about it. In 3 steps, he had 3 big wings. So, the first one was a political wing where he helped by utilizing young people, organizing, get out the vote kind of stuff, and I guess everything that a young person would do. And he did that starting at 18. He had a backer. He had a guy that came to a high school and heard Charlie speak one time, and I don't know the particulars, but impressed enough that, hey, don't go to college and let's build this organization, Turning Point USA, together. And that's what he did. Bill Montgomery was his name. He died in 2020. COVID related is what they say. But Charlie had the ability to find the right guy right out of high school and made it work. Now, another thing he did was he was into these college campuses, and let me tell you why that's important. Think back to 2020, the summer of everything's burning down, the cities, Minneapolis. Now, who was doing all of that? And where was the worst parts of all this? Yes, if you said college campuses and college students, you would be correct. And of course, college kids get out, start tearing things up, looting, whatever. And now everybody, who doesn't want a free Gucci bag when you bust into the Gucci store? So Charlie going into colleges, the same, maybe not, under the same pretenses like where this 2020 violent college kids came from. Let me say it another way. If Charlie was going in there spreading the good word and doing good, it kind of brought a lot of attention on those who were doing bad. And I think y'all already know how much trouble we're having out of our colleges. It's when you see these places burning down and rioting in their Antifa gear, which, by the way, Trump just declared Antifa a terrorist organization beginning today. So there's that. Now, the last thing Charlie did was he had a faith, I don't want to call it a ministry, but I guess you could. And he sort of carried that with him all the time. Charlie, as far as I know, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke. No wonder Trump loved him. Trump also is a teetotaler and doesn't smoke. And not only was Charlie able to, as someone, I know the Bible fairly well myself. I wouldn't call myself a scholar, but I don't know what makes a scholar. I know the Bible pretty well. I can find things. Charlie had a way of drawing people in, these young people looking, have all these negative influences in their life. And he could make the Bible real without beating you upside the head with it. He was very talented, very clear-spoken, articulate, and fearless. He obviously, now he's a martyr. And I took a week to make this video because I watch Charlie every day. The main show I watch right here is Bannon. Hold on, get your picture. Well, there's a little bitty tiny picture of Steve, but notice this right here that we've come across. These are your little rascals that are committing this violence and stuff. Yes, that's their actual name right behind me. The Armed Queers of Salt Lake City. Yes. So the shooter's boyfriend was either in this or there somehow. So even in a conservative college like in Utah, you've got this stuff going on. So when I say Charlie was going into college campuses, it's more than just, hey, I want to show up and give a speech. And he'd been doing this for years. Last point, Charlie was able to, I don't want to say handed Trump the election, but it made a huge difference. And for that, I absolutely loved him because I've been following him a couple years. Definitely know who he is and listen to him almost every day, at least for a little bit. And I knew how pivotal he was in the 2024 election. And he gave his heart and soul, and all the people that participated with him that helped out, knocked doors, got out the vote. Just a magnificent effort. His wife has taken over, and so she sounds pretty powerful. I think it's going to take her a little bit to get herself organized. She's young. She's got 2 very young kids, so I would expect to see a lot from TPUSA and the Kirk Foundation, the Kirks, right now Erica, and all the staff around him and the people that he set in motion. I think the organization's going to grow, and I think the left created a martyr. And Jimmy Kimmel getting fired and all these other people, a lot of teachers and others have lost their jobs. Pick a better subject to talk about. The guy is a martyr. You can't pick on martyrs. There's consequences. There is free speech, but there's also consequences. And that's all I got to say on that. So we'll get back to trucking. We may talk about Charlie again in the future. He's a good guy. He's worth talking about. So, all right. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments or email me, dashandtrucks@gmail.com. Take care.